I'm going to show how I present PEM to a client, and then I'm going to have Star show his way, and then Fred, if you can let us know what questions come in on it.
That's right.
So whenever I'm talking about PEM, I always tell people that I understand that money can be confusing. Why they've designed it that way, I have no idea. But as a certified financial planner, I feel part of my responsibility is to break it down into bite-sized pieces. So I call it the 3-2-1. So there are 3 parts of a financial plan that I feel every financial plan should have. And so I'm going to have you drive.
Okay.
And the first thing I'm going to do is have you circle or show the green in the savings tank. So the first part that we need to have is every financial plan, I believe, needs to have savings. Savings that's growing with compounding interest, uninterrupted. And ideally, that could be tax advantage, meaning no taxes on it. So that would be the first part. The second part is that I would want investments, right? In a financial plan, I'd want savings, I'd want investments. And then the third area that I would want is I would want to make sure that we have protection. Those 3 components of a financial plan are critical. So what I'm going to have you do, Star, is check where it says standard of living. Right down on the right hand underneath that, exactly, click the right hand box. And now go through and you're going to click each one. So when I'm sitting with a client, I talk about the fact that not only do you need savings, not only do you need protection, savings and investments, but you need protection. I go through all of them, including the umbrella policy, and I explain we don't want to work our whole life building savings and investments only to have someone to come onto our property and then sue us and try to take both of our tanks away. And that's why I think all 3 pieces in a financial plan are critical. Now, one of the things that we want to do is understand that this 3-2-1, those 3 components of a financial plan, are influenced by 2 beliefs I have. One belief I have is that I think that taxes will probably always increase, and let me show you why. So I'm going to have Star press on the tax filter. And when you press on that, I'm able to show my clients evidence of the way the tax has been over the course of history. And usually what I'll put in there is $1 million. Because a lot of times people say, I want to be a millionaire, so let's make them a millionaire on paper, kind of like the stock market. But we'll make them a millionaire, and then I'm going to go and slide the tax level up and show them that while they say they want to get to $1 million, go all the way to where today's tax rate is, this is how much, if they did a lump sum, they'd be able to take home, $640,000 at that current tax bracket rate. When they see that, I ask them, looking at all these red lines, what do we think our chances are that taxes are going to go up or down or stay the same? Most of my clients usually say it's probably going to go up. So that's why I tell them all the financial planning that I do will always have a bent. I'll always lean to be tax-free. I want to work with you to create tax advantage, and especially in the green tank. So then I go back to the personal economic model. Thanks for driving.
Yeah, no problem. If I knew how to use this, it would help. There we go.
Okay. And then I go, the other belief that we have, so when you work with this office, we're going to do a 3-2-1. We're always going to make sure that you have savings, investments, and protection. We're going to always make sure that everything we focus on is from a tax-free point of view. And then we're going to look at the market because we believe the market will always be volatile. Now, at that point, and I realize you don't have it on here, so I use the presentation builder so that it is ready. I show them retirement income predictability of how the stock market can go up, and people say, look, you can take 5% and it will last forever. And then when we run it out, we see that they run out of funds before they run out of retirement. At that point, I talk to them about the fact that, hey, listen, we don't have to worry that the market is volatile. That's why we have our green tank. And so I can show them, and I use the slider that on the yellow tank, I show the slider going down when the market's down, and I say, in retirement, when the market's down, what are you going to do? Where are you going to pull your money from if that's the only place that you have your money? And that's why our green tank is so important in having that balance. So in retirement, we'll be working together. When the market's down, we're going to take from the green tank. When the market's up, and then I slide it back up, then we're going to take from our investments so that we can get to the number 1 ideal place. I remove the big tank to get to the place that when you retire, and then I am going to show the little Social Security coming in from the bottom. I'm going to go down to where it says scenario. I'm going to hit Social Security. There's going to be this little pipe, and then you're going to take that away, the big, take that away, and you're going to take that away, and you're going to hit the Social Security button, There you go. I'm going to say you can have a little bit of Social Security coming in, and everything you have left is in that tank. And ideally, when you get to the place and you say, Crystal, I no longer want to have money coming in from a job, I'm going to turn to your green tank, which is hopefully full, and the yellow tank, which is hopefully full. And we're going to take what you need from those tanks in combination with that Social Security so that you can live the same lifestyle today in retirement. That's how I show PEM. It's a 3, 2, 1. 3 components, 2 beliefs, 1 goal.